Okay, so tonight we are going to rebuild this TKL version of Keycult, and this is the PCB, and we're going to use the brass plate with the Holy Panda switches. So people thought brass plate were pretty stiff, but actually it could be flex if you have a lot of flex cut, and also you have those leaf spring on the side when you have the gasket on. So technically this is not as stiff as you can imagine. And this is the internal of the Keycult No.2. So we can say No.2 limited edition, and we have in total 10 of them, and this is the number 5. So we have the daughter board that we are going to use later to connect PCB. I already tested the PCB full hand, so not going to see any surprise. And then this is the top case. Yeah, the top case doesn't really say anything about Keycult. And we also have all the gaskets already put on. And also we have some fit bump-on directly applied because this is a rebuild. So this is the top of the Keycult. And the most distinguished feature of this Keycult No.2, I mean this version, is about the bottom. So let's see how shiny the bottom is. And also very heavy. Okay, I probably should wear some gloves if this is totally new one. But yeah, since this is a rebuild, we can see this is basically everything internal, and we can see the bottom. Yeah, super flex, not flex, super reflectable. Yeah, it can definitely just show as a mirror. And the machining was super good. Yeah, forget about all the scratch, all the fingerprint, just because this is kind of used. But in general, it doesn't really have a bad machining because the Keycult standard were pretty good. Yeah, just give up on the fingerprint stuff. Don't worry about that. Okay, so for this keyboard rebuild, the main reason is because we have the original stabilizers as GMK stabilizers and also band-aid mode. And the problem of GMK stabilizers were, I mean, when time this get built, it's not even clipped, and for looped, it's not proper looped. So we're going to replace this one with like totally new Everglide V2 stabilizers with all the fancy gold wire. Hopefully this can improve a lot on the keyboard. Cool, let's see how should we position all the stuff here. It's like too much things. Yeah, maybe let's leave the shiny one on the side, but still keep that in the thing. Like this is the signature, right? Actually, let's see. Yeah, everybody see the top of the case before. But for stainless steel, it's a very signature one. So let's just do like this one. Okay, now let's bring out the stabilizers. The brush, and also, okay, I need to grab my Krytox 25G0. Yeah, so we're going to use all the stabilizers this time because this is a TKL version of keyboard, and we're not going to any split like irregular ones. So let's see if we have all the screws, enough screws. I never see like they include more screws or less screws, so I suppose they should match. Yep, the same for the stabilizers, and even though they have mismatch, I still have something more that I can go with this keyboard, so don't worry about that. And this is a TKL version, which also is a winkless version, and TKL is the size and winkless is the bottom row, the bottom blocker, and I think that's the most beautiful ones. And if we have time in the end, I can show what I got today from China. A Matrix 2.0 at Extra, which is also a silver, but definitely not stainless steel. But still very exciting. Yeah, and this time do remember all the direction of the stabilizers. Yeah, last time I messed up with 2 of them, and I was totally unaware of that until I finally install and test the stabilizers. But still, this time we are going to test the stabilizers for sure. Nothing is worse than like not testing stabilizers, and after building the whole keyboard you realize there's something going wrong with the stabilizers and you have to rebuild again. And specifically for this keyboard we are rebuilding it just because of the stabilizers, so I don't want that happening again. To remember quit some software, especially maybe Discord. Discord use a lot of resource for sure. Thanks for follow, Morby. Yeah, not sure if this is your first time visiting my channel, but I'm a keyboard builder who is helping clients and myself building all kinds of keyboards. And I stream like very frequently. I stream Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, and Saturday afternoon. And I had a quite long backlog to work on right now. Yeah, for sure this is probably the most expensive keyboard I built. But yeah, personally I also have other limited or maybe just like high-end keyboard that I already built. So that's why my friends, or maybe I would say my clients, trust me this time. Oh really? From YouTube video? Yeah, I try to make more educational YouTube content, but just sometimes I feel like there's a lot of content already existed. So I will see what the content that like people would like to see versus fill in with some content that already overloaded. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm in probably I don't know, like almost at the limit of how many Discord you can join for one account. Yeah, I think the limit is 100, and I think I'm in, I don't know, like 90 something Discord server. But yeah, I think I'm trying to provide as much help as possible for people who either enter into the hobby or just want to know some more pro tips, because who don't like that? And also sharing is a gift. By sharing, you probably get more sharings from other people as well, so you can learn more things over the time. Yeah, sharing knowledge is probably the faster ways to gain knowledge. Yeah, I think the recent one I shared is about how to be fast during PayPal jobs. Thank you for the sub. Hope you find it's valuable. I mean, I stream a lot, so you can come in and ask me any question during my stream, because for my stream I actually have more free time to answer questions or even just discuss topics, because looping stabilizers, it's already like instinct. Not gonna spend too much time looping stabilizers nowadays. It's really about how to proper testing the stabilizers later, because you can always try to fix stabilizers problem by plug them butt or brush the side technique. So the most important thing is to test and hear the sound itself. Like without feedback loop, it's hard to know whether it's a good job or not good job. Yeah, I really like the silver with the red PCB. Yeah, this is my after dinner hour that I have free time to stream. For Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because this is my normal work day, I cannot really go earlier than that. But for Saturday, I usually stream at 4 PM. Because on Saturday, I definitely have more time. Yeah, but I know people might want to look at stream during their working hour, and also there's like time difference, time zone. Sometimes people were in the East Coast and this is probably too late for them. But yeah, streaming is not to, satisfy everyone. It's more like sharing what you have, and you can always check out my YouTube channel for those VODs uploads. 11:30, yeah. Sometimes I do earlier, like 7 p.m. here, basically 10 your time, and maybe I finish within 2 hours. It's like around midnight for you. So totally depends. Depends on when I have dinner, and I'm usually a like late dinner person. Yeah, I think the best part of streaming is to be able to discuss the options with clients, and also having different friends coming in and out, hang out together. Yeah, sometimes if you are just building keyboard yourself, it's quite a bit lonely, and also learning like knowing new friends, no matter it's on Twitch or knowing them later on Discord, is something fun. So what keyboard do you have right now? Are you planning to build soon? Waiting on Kara? Me too. I'm actually getting Kara next Monday. That's my estimated time for delivery. Okay, getting piggy. So have you already seen my pro tips for quickly getting a piggy? Yeah, I set up the Shopify store, so I tested Flow multiple times, and I want to give our friendly follower, early follower, some good chance. Nice. Yeah, PayPal One Touch is very important. You don't want to like enter your passcode at the time when you're fighting for something which is popular. But also sometimes it's not super reliable if you are switching, different browser. So make sure you set up that on your main browser that you are going to use for the job. But yeah, account creation important. PayPal is probably most important. Autofill is sometimes just like annoying. It doesn't work for some website, it works for some website. So I will not fully rely on them. It's more like the last adventure, like last procedure that may work. Okay, let's see. Maybe I need to get some washer for the stabilizers. Be right back. No problem. Yes. I will try to see if I can go early on the stream, but yeah. Have a good night. Thank you for coming by. Nice to meet you. So the washer is to protect the screw shorting the PCB. I mean, it might happen, but usually the high-end PCB has ESD protection, so it may not be the problem for your keyboard. So if you don't want to do it, you can always ignore. And I don't really hear people mentioning their PCB gets shorted. Why not using any washer? But yeah, never know. Better safe than sorry, right? Like it's really just like several cents each, and maybe 5 seconds more each one. It's probably the cheapest insurance you can get, even though you don't know if it works, but it's better than you find out without washer it's shorting. So to install the stabilizers on the right side, you probably want to do the enter key first, then the right shift. If you have a full right shift, a TKL or 60%, just because how that work together. If you try to put the shift ones first, your enter key may not be easily installed. I mean the enter stabilizers. So you probably will learn from the practice if you try to install the shift first. Like it's really hard to put the enter ones. Yeah, and also last time I did a build, I didn't fully insert the stabilizers, which causing like not returning stabilizers. So two learning is always check your stabilizers and also test your stabilizers after you did the stabilizers. Okay, so many stabilizers words. But anyway, testing step by step is important. You don't want to finally solder everything, assemble the case, everything together, then find out the problem which make you rebuild the keyboard. And the first step is definitely testing your PCB, which I did off stream, so that's fine for me. I don't remember when is the last time I didn't test PCB, and hopefully it didn't really cause any problem. And to be honest, for hot swap PCB, I don't really test them, just because you're not making them worse by input those switches, and testing hot swap PCB is harder than solder one. But I learned from the Bear 65. So it doesn't really work with my cable, which probably means my cable is defective because not many people report that anyway. But still good to check that. And if it continues to reproduce on all your cables, you will definitely try to find the original seller or maybe your vendor to see if you can get a replacement before it's too late. And also for plate, if it's a small plate, a tight fit plate, you may not want to put your switches all the way there. It could be the QC issue that make the plate super tight, and it's not only that harder to return later, but also it may make the stabilizers really sluggish, the keys. So before doing more testing, let's just try to insert some loop from the butt. Just because usually that step is helpful, and it's definitely easier to do before you assemble everything, even before you test that. And the technique is really just get some loop and try to put from the back. Okay, you don't really see, but yeah, just take it up and get something in. Because when you insert from the first time, the loop may not go all the way to the back side of the wire. And that's where sometimes the rattle sound comes from. And I know there's like some other mode, like Holy mode, Epsilon mode, but I don't know whether they are so complicated or taking time. I just find this way it's easier to fix later, so you know what you're having here and you know what you can do to make it better. Stabilizers may be the second longest step of this keyboard build. The first one could still be insert all the Panda switches into the brass plate. The only thing is like these Panda switches were desoldered from this build already, so maybe it gets better when inserting. If it's the first time, it could have very tight housing to avoid easy installing. Yeah, I remember my finger hurt a lot during my first Keycult brass plate build with Holy Panda, and same for my other Holy Panda switches build, except the acrylic and its layout from switch control, because that plates were not tight at all. I'm not saying the Keycult plate is tight, it's more like the Holy Panda switches were tight. Yeah, I can see how experience really makes things different in this hobby. Like, you always encounter problems, and the more problem you encountered, the more investigation you did to make your whole build process much smoother, because you know what to expect and how to fix them, or even allocate your time. And last time I was really frustrated about the D84 keyboard screws and also the gasket. Yeah, they were so annoying to installing and also figure out what the problem is. Yeah, so that's probably why the KB Defense keyboard doesn't really sell a lot. I mean, the price wise. The amount wise probably sell a lot, right? Cool, so we got this brass plate with our stabilizer installed. And what we want is to test some switches and with the keycaps. So we need 5 switches and 5 longer keys. Okay, maybe other than just these 5 switches, we probably can get more switches, but yeah, I'm not worried about that for now. And Holy Panda switches are 3-pin, so they are not fully secured when you install. If you have some flex, okay, let's hear the sound. Okay, definitely hear all the metal sound just because of all the brass plates without any more switches inserted. But yeah, don't have any plastic while rattling, non-smoothness, or maybe slow return stuff. So looks like we can start inserting the switches, and I'm for sure this build it's probably better to insert switches into the plate than put on the PCB. So let's just take the switches here and do that. And I just desolder them so their pins probably just go straight for sure. And yeah, maybe let's just do the outer area because I feel like they are not as tight as I remember last time. So this is probably why desolder builds were easier to make the switches go in. You can still hear a lot of click key sounds when you snap into some switches. So corner ones were important as well. Cool, let's put onto the PCB. Okay, it's very easy to put onto the PCB for the 3-pin switches. Yeah, doesn't really say much, so we still need to make sure when we solder, it's a good contact. Yeah, this is what you see from this side. You will see the Keycult logo across the plate. Yeah, this really makes the whole board very unique. Okay, still need to make sure which one it is. Likely the center one, just because how, yeah, we will test that after we insert more switches. It's actually easier than I thought. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I built a Holy Panda how much complaint I have. But this time looks like it's a fine process to put all the switches in. And I like how the brass plate just secure the switches in without any movement. You know, when you do for like PC plate or palm plate, sometimes you have to make sure all the switches were clipped, and sometimes it's really hard to know if they do. And this time we are not to build step caps lock, because I think our friend here using Mac OS and also using this key for the control, that they don't really want the step caps lock. I mean, that makes sense. But I find even using step caps lock, I can still access that key easily without any trouble. So definitely just preference thing. Okay, almost have a bend pin for this keyboard. last 4 switches, then we are going to solder it. And during the solder session, we are probably trying to put everything back so we are not leaving any flux onto such premium keyboards. I really like the internal design of Keycult No.2 just because how the screwless bottom look like without sacrificing the testability and rebuildability. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, like you know, Vega has the screwless bottom, but you have to either get a hot swap PCB or you have to desolder switches to remove some keys in order getting the case open. So that's something I think in general AIoC is trying to improve about build process. Okay, set up the solder station, open the window, and let's see how long will I spend on soldering. Not gonna lie, soldering is still stressful for me even after I built so many keyboards. Just because I don't know whether I will have any problem during soldering. I mean, hopefully nothing happens, but we will never know. Yeah, let's secure the side first. Yeah, definitely some movement on this side. So we're going to use the solder to secure that. Same goes to the bottom. Yeah, I would say it's very satisfying soldering robot PCB just because how easy the solder will do. And previously I just like desolder whole board, and I think the desolder on robot PCB is also fairly easy. Yeah, it's really hard to describe what is a good PCB, or even like a good PCB designer, without trying out dozens of different PCB. And you will know and you will understand why some PCB are $30, why some are $60. Let me check one message quickly. Yeah, a lot of self-promotion channel is actually read-only, so not many people can post. Yeah, I really wish they can open up for more like newcomers to be able to post, just because I don't know. Yeah, the sides were not very stable when you are not trying to push them in. So definitely need some technique. And also you don't want like leave your solder onto the PCB for too long. So that's a different story. Hey, welcome back. So I'm just soldering this guy. For the brass plate, Holy Panda. The classic combo. For bending. Yeah, I think my clients like the Holy Panda feeling. Yep. Maybe it's not sound as good as your polarized. Like polarized still to date the best sounding keyboard I ever used. Yeah, really like $500 for the $2,000 experience. Will recommend anyone. So by the way, how's your friends thinking around that keyboard? The Technical 60. So the customer service got back to me today. They mentioned they will send out the replacement plate, but probably take some time. Yeah, so potentially if he wants a built one, I will have to wait until they send back the replacement plate, so I can get a good build for him. And if he wants to just have the unbuilt bundle, I will still send everything to him, and once I get a replacement, I can either let them send to the address of your friend, or I can forward that with some shipping covered. So it depends on if he wants the unbuilt version or the built version. I mean, the keyboard is super good for the price point. The cast painting is definitely not my favorite regarding how the aluminum keyboard should look like. Yeah, anodization is still better, and e-coating for light color is still better. The casting paint definitely have some, I won't say issue, but it just doesn't look very premium. And to be honest, with shipping tax, I already paid like $150 on that. And if I need to ship out, it's probably $170, $180 on my cost. Yeah, that's why like right now it's definitely not cheaper to get from aftermarket. But still, this is probably a better recommendation for people if they just enter to the hobby and they want to have a 60%, because the typing feeling is much better than the tofu. Yeah, only if their availability will be better than tofu someday. I feel like tofu is always in stock. Yeah, you're not going to worry about tofu being out of stock, unless in certain period of the year that the hotspot PCB is out of stock. But in general, most of the time, it's fine. But for this Nico, yeah, if he can wait for Canon key to restock. If he cannot, I don't know. Feels like it's still better than tofu. So spending the money on that, it's probably fun. Yeah, and if he find a better price on the market, definitely let me know. I don't think I want to just like arbitrarily up the number. I just want to make sure he can get a fair deal while I'm not losing much money if I decide to sell that to your friend. Okay, so now we are going to test the PCB, which requires some let's take the daughter bar out and connect that to our PCB. Then we can flip and try to switch, test all the switches. Yeah, hopefully I don't need to solder again. So let's turn off the noise cancellation. Okay, first, at least the PCB were recognized. Okay, everything looks good. Now my favorite part, assemble everything together. And before that, let's make sure we clean up the desk and also wash my hands. Which one? This one or the one I have? Yeah, mine, I would say wait until either the shipping is more regular, like I don't want to ship it out and suddenly it get destroyed, or maybe it get lost. Yeah, I think the shipping right now is just like totally a mess. Or we can wait for a chance to meet in person, so it's safer for me to let you test out. Why, I can tell you everything about how to properly test a Keycult. Anyway, let me wash my hands. Okay, so let's assemble this keyboard together. Yeah, it's very interesting how this keyboard were built together. So this is the one that we are going to assemble. First, take out the top case, which we are going to put our PCB. And you will notice we have all the gasket already installed. And let's line down the daughter board. And yeah, make sure we have all the screws already put there and blocked by the PCB. Cool, so we got this one. Oh yeah, this is a TKL. So this is a TKL. So we align our PCB with all the gasket. And then we are going to put the top case. Yeah, you should watch for the title. Okay, so the top case. This is a job, Holy Panda. Nobody going to put Glorious Panda on your Keycult. Okay, so the top case to sandwich. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. So top case to sandwich, then you flip. I mean not flip. The Keycult on Mac market, it's flipping the Keycult keyboard from this side. Client already have the Holy Panda. I'm not spending that much time to do another Holy Panda for him. Not mine. So this is not mine again, not my keyboard. Okay, so we are going to get the screws checked in. So this is to assemble together the top case and the bottom case without putting the bottom yet. Yeah, I'm also rebuilding this for my client and also my friend. Basically, original stabilizers on this keyboard is GMK stabilizers. That's why they are trying to rebuild this one. Mine is 60%. Very similar on the internal locking. The only difference is that's a 60%, so it doesn't have the function roll, nor the arrow keys. And the price aftermarket were very different as well. So mine goes maybe to 2,000 and this one goes to more than 3,000, and you don't really see it a lot because there's only 10 in the whole world, I guess. Or maybe this is just like the first revision, so it only has 10 of them. Definitely super exclusive. I want to make sure all the screws were looking correct when I putting it back. Yeah, some screws were a little bit stuck. Let me check if I can correct that. I don't want to do that before I can figure that out. Okay, so all the other 4 are 6. The other are all good. Yeah, this is definitely the most exclusive keyboard in the world right now, like with a lot of demand to get, but you can still spend like 200 or 2,000 bucks to customize a Keycult directly with Keycult. So not like you cannot get one, but it just takes a lot of money to get one. So this is when this is like 2019 April, and this is number 5. Okay, all the screws are out, and we can continue doing the build. Yeah, I think maybe Keycult will personally track where the keyboard are now. Maybe you have an exclusive list and website to enter when you can show your serial number to show you are the loyal Keycult customer. So this is number 2 Keycult. Number 2 Keycult TKL in 2019 April. Much earlier than when I entered to the hobby. So not going to complain too much about missing out because I don't think I will be able to get this one no matter what. I don't think I know enough, you know. And also Keycult themselves make a really good catalog on what the Keycult keyboard they have. Yeah, I think the current like group by link were pretty nice for all the Keycult keyboard, and also the Geek Hack has a good resource for all the vintage keyboard. I know, so many good keyboards. It's really hard to track now. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, so we screw in the bottom, and now that's the most exciting part. Just started. Not gonna lie, this is probably the most important of this keyboard, which is the bottom. I hope I didn't drop it. And also, yeah, this is used, so it's not going to be perfect. And this is the bottom. A full stainless steel with mirror finish, so you can use it as a mirror to see yourself. Can you see yourself? Okay, so we are going to put on this mirror finish and flip the board again. Okay, this time the whole keyboard was super heavy. It's like 4 kilogram built. And now we need to screw in the parts, which were early on like some screws that you can screw. So very secure way of doing a screwless bottom, but not very like, you know, user-friendly way, because you have to do that. Yeah, I know. Probably better to clean that with some good microfiber cloth. So everything looks really elegant, right? Like from the outside, you will not understand how this keyboard were built together. Yeah, so let's see the keyboard. Yeah, I cannot even. Wow. So this is fully built Holy Panda on brass plate with Everglide V2 stabilizers. And this is the mirror finish. Okay, I just don't want to drop it. Okay, now let's put on the keycaps, and hopefully I didn't really make any mistake on the solder stuff. Yeah, let's start from the bottom, which were the most annoying. You know what? I guess I make a mistake. Yeah, I should have tested long before this one, which is basically the bottom row configuration. I use my own judgment, but apparently I did it wrong. But since I'm the one building that, I know how to rebuild that easily. So the first mistake on a huge keyboard. Not end of the world, because I know how to rebuild. Just need some more patience next time. Don't rush it. And also make sure I put the stainless steel bottom safely. Yes, you're right. So many, which it's really hard to make perfect. And also, yeah, probably better to test at the beginning. But you know what? I kind of enjoy doing it again because I can call it the second rebuild for the night. Am I really positive? Yeah, as long as I don't really make a huge mistake on this rebuild, I think I'm fine. Because I don't want to, let's say, drop the case somewhere. Yeah, and also I don't know why there are 3 different positions on the right side mods. And this is not like you have to redo the whole keyboard stuff. So less severe situation. Yeah, also no idea if I fully unscrewed everything. Yeah, if a stream is perfect, why don't you just make video? Yes. Stream has to be scuffed to be a perfect stream. Okay, yeah. Let me see if I can speed up for a bit. Yeah, I only need to fix 1 switches, so it's not going to be like another half an hour. It's a quick fix. So don't worry. And I thought I can finally build this keyboard under 1 minute, 1 hour 30 minutes. Yeah, I think it's when you have a multi-hole on the same side, you'd better use your switch keycaps to test. Okay, hopefully the rebuild is quick. So take out the daughter board. Let's put the case on the side. Thanks for the follow. I know when you make mistake, that's when you get followers. No, just kidding. I will try not to make mistake, but it's always sometimes you want to get faster, then you forget to check something, and you have overconfidence, which makes you make mistake. So yeah, the lesson is not try to save time, which you could potentially waste more time. Hello. Yeah, how are you tonight? Or maybe like when it's your time right now. So I'm doing a rebuild of a Keycult. So this is a client build, which is actually my friend who kind of lead me to this hobby. Which one? This one? Yes, this one. Actually, it says 1.5U, and I didn't see it. It's definitely on me. Yeah, I think we'll label this PCB or other PCBs when they have really confused parts. Yeah, for sure this is a good action. And I didn't even look at that. Yeah, you can see how careless I am this time. And I need to get my switch either. And luckily my switch desolder job is good, so I don't have a problem when desolder. So it's a quick fix. And it's done. Now the question is, let's do the test again, so we don't end up with a problem when we have this solder stuff. So assembly takes quite time, which I feel like doing tests is probably more important than doing the real work. Hey, give me some luck. Okay, not luck. It's the real thing. Cool. Second review tonight. No, this is not review. This is just fix my silly mistake. Yes, this is a brass plate. Yeah, I should label my title of my Nightboard description better, but yeah, this is a brass plate with Holy Panda switches, and definitely a good combo if you want to have a clocky tactile switches. Now time to assemble again. Okay, bottom case, PCB. It looks insanely similar to the color and everything of your Polaris brass plate against your Holy Panda. Yes, I mean, it's the same person who built the keyboard. No wonder how similar they are, right? Okay, so put the plate here and try to feel if you have uneven part. Okay, so we got let me see if we have any typing issue here. Yeah, I think it's all good. Then we put the top case on. Tangerine on FR4. Nice combo. I think anything JWK on FR4 is a good combo for sure for gasket mount keyboard. My personal favorite is definitely a Parker. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get the screw out. See if there's anything stop the screw from getting out. Sometimes the screws were stuck there. Okay, it's really about how you can not shake. Yeah, maybe this is not the right way. Maybe use your screwdriver or the hex tool to push them so they can go out. Okay, this side. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like a workout after all. Yeah, JWK themselves are really close for sure. It's really about what small difference you want to have. Why do you try to flip Vega? Because you have polarized already? Yeah, if you like the polarized 60%, I can understand why you're flipping Vega, but why not both? Both are good keyboards. They're close but not aesthetically the same, because 65% have the arrow keys, which sometimes make the keyboard look different, like the DMG keycaps with the arrow key or without arrow key. They are totally two different looking. Yeah, DMG is like GOAT when you have the arrow keys on that. I mean, they are still looking good without arrow keys, but arrow keys are very important on DMG. And also maybe like if you look at Bingsu, the accent color of the enter key versus accent on the arrow keys, that's also a debate. Nice, you want to keep that low amount of number of keyboard. I don't think I can ever do that. I'm bad at keeping low quantity in my stock. I just cannot resist getting keyboards. That's my problem. Okay, so we probably waste 15 minutes because of my mistake. But again, we were able to see this weight or bottom weight again during the assembly process. So it's a nice bonus. The shiny. And time to flip. Why not dropping? Okay. And time to screw everything together. Yo. Good night, buddy. Your only keyboards are polarized. Yes, I have that. I like it. I will keep that forever, for sure. Keycult #1, Rev 1. Yes, I have that. Actually, did I get the Rev 1 or do we have Rev 2? I think that's only Rev 1, right? #1 60. Yeah, that's what I have. Perfect keyboard to keep forever. And another Alice layout keyboard. Well, for me, I get the Bear 65, which is the Alice layout with the arrow keys. Yeah. Oh yes, I don't think the #1 60%, 65% even have Rev 1. So yours is 10 kills. Yeah, I think #1 aesthetics were very unique, different than the #2. So if I can get a chance to have 2, I will not give up on anyone. But if I just have the chance for 1, yeah, #1 is still my choice, because looking from the side has more chance than looking at the bottom. And #2 definitely features much more on the bottom. I mean, that's me. Your mileage may vary. And let's see the keyboard, the super heavy keyboard. We finish build again. Yes, I think so. Number one design were just unbearable, classic, that nothing can replace that. Okay, so we have the bottom. Yeah, you can see my keycaps from this bottom. And hopefully I don't drop. I just slowly put. Okay. Finally, we can put the keycaps on. Yeah, if I would choose number one versus number two, definitely number one fan. Okay, music stops. Just do a bit more. Yeah, have you thinking about getting the Meridian from AI03? That's I won't say a Alice layout, but it's still a Ergo layout. So this is CRP APL, not Keycult. Rukia, I don't know, Rukia R1 or R2? R2 hasn't delivered, right? Yeah, R2 is definitely a drama. CRP is PBT keycaps. It's a thick PBT keycaps, higher quality than in-dry PBT. Probably that's the best quality PBT keycaps on the market right now. So if you were ever want to get a PBT keycaps and you know how to get CRP, this is the one. And CRP R4 will have goodbye soon. So I will keep you posted. They are, unfortunately, I mean, not super pricey. Maybe it's similar to GMK. But if you will consider PBT keycaps, yes, they are like the premium PBT keycaps option here. Yes, R2 Rukia is just as drama as you can imagine. Yeah, they're definitely worth the price, especially if you're looking for the best PBT keycaps on the market. I actually entered CRP R4 China group buy already. I mean, it's just hard to get them shipped to China, to US, and I know people like the international group buy anyway. Yeah, I'm also trying to get the spacebar kit and maybe the R5 kit. And I also see there are second B for the Alpha kit for international group buy, which I am annoyed that the China group buy doesn't include that. Yeah, I wish they have the chance to amend that, give free second B for Chinese group buy people. Otherwise, I might try to get that from the international group buy and resell my Chinese group buy version. Even it's just like, okay, stabilizers saved. Yes, the main purpose of this keyboard build is the stabilizers. The old one were GMK, not clipped, but the new one are clipped. Okay, so finally, the CRP keycaps on silver Keycult No.2 stainless steel version with Holy Panda on breastplate. Yeah, the classic CRP beige colorway on silver. just so heavy. I don't know how people even flip. I mean, like lift this keyboard. It doesn't sound like you can easily do that. I just hate how this were designed by flipping. How much does it weigh? I think it weighs like 7-8 pounds, 4 kilograms. I didn't weigh it, but I see that from Keycult wiki. Okay, I need to take the typing test and then go back to my personal schedule, which is watching some TV shows with my girlfriend. And let's put the microphone onto the keyboard. This is super heavy. I don't even know how I can lift without any issue. Yeah, typing test for this Keycult No.2 Holy Panda switches built on top of brass plate. Let me check if everything is straight. Yeah, if things are not straight, I need to reopen and rebuild again. But yeah, they are straight. Okay, typing test. And this is mouth sound. Arrow keys. Yeah, I think I need to kind of do some tuning on the space bar, but I think overall this looks good. Yeah, I think the tuning means I don't know. Let me check what happened to the space bar because I feel like it's a little bit sluggish. Okay. Let me check my So you holy mod are your board now? Okay, thanks for follow, light skin big man. Hi, I'm just finishing up on this keyboard build and currently I'm testing the spacebar, checking whether it has any not sluggish, maybe just I didn't fully sit the keycaps on. Yeah, I was just like questioning whether it's sluggish or not. Yeah, actually it sounds great. So the clients really want me to rebuild the keyboard because of the steps key, so let's check that out. Yeah, I think I kind of fixed everything that they want to fix. Holy mod. Okay. I just don't know how many new mods on the spacebar are on the steps key right now, which will be the forever mods. Cool, let's do another typing test. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, I still feel like it has sometimes either just like stuck there. Maybe I just didn't really solder the space key in the center to cause it kind of like not return. Yeah, anyway, I will check out maybe in my off time, but we will see. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely check out. I think like when you put the force on that, it's fine, but if you just try to leave it, yeah, I don't know, I don't feel like it's the stabilizers thing, because when I did the stabilizers it looks good, but once I put on the keycaps, yeah, maybe it's because of the space key switch. Did the switch had any issue? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the weight of that, because I just desoldered the keyboard for the client. And also whether this one warp or not, I feel like they are straight. Let me try another spacebar. Yeah, every time I have spacebar issue, I will try to use the GMK spacebar. So if GMK spacebar also have issue, that means my build has issue. so I will know I need to fix it. So let's try the GMK spacebar. Okay, so the GMK spacebar works fine. But yes, I can definitely hear the ticking, which I can definitely try getting more loop. Yeah, that's where, you know, things coming as a fix rather than the first time building it correctly. So the syringe with some loop injected from the butt, that's the traditional way of fixing. Yeah, I just want to make it easy for the clients in the future if they want to fix their stabilizers. If we do other mods, I don't know, maybe in few years they are different, they have to rebuild again. I think I bought them from, where did I bought them? Yeah, I think I bought them from when I tried to get some loop, and they come from. Okay, they get better, but still, yeah, maybe hot water to fix the warp, and the warp didn't appear before. Or maybe it's actually fixed by adding some dilute grease. No. Yeah, I think it's the spacebar issue. Okay, yeah, the worst case of CRP or maybe in like any PBD keycaps is the warp. I know, flip spacebar. Try this way. Okay, it's the same. Yeah, it will stuck in a place that it will just keep spamming the spacebar. So I'm not sure. What should I tell the clients? Or maybe I should try to, like, you know, soldering, reflowing this spacebar keycaps again. Or maybe I should check out whether I have a, maybe try to rescrew the stabilizers first instead of like, yeah, because that definitely gets some some weird spot that it will just stuck there. Cool. Anyway, I will try to figure out later. I don't have much time tonight, but yeah, I think in general the keyboard itself is definitely a great keyboard. The only thing is whether the CRP spacebar is the problem or not, especially when we change the stabilizers. And yeah, some fix I will do later when I do maybe another stream, or maybe I will do off stream, then have the typing test. One is try to reflow the space key, and the other would be try to you know, rescrew the screw-in stabilizers. Maybe that helps. Yeah, I swear that when I test the spacebar early in the stream, when I finish this stabilizers, that looks good. So I think maybe it's really about the space key switches. Cool. Anyway, I will check out later, and hopefully we will make it better. Maybe another whole stream. Yeah, have a good night, everyone.